Walking into this some 4 years ago, we thought this was just going to be a routine part of the process. And let me break it down. It's outlined in the 12th Amendment. And essentially, here's what happens. We have all these state elections that happened back in November. And now this is when federal lawmakers are going to formally certify those results that come in. You brought up one point, which is interesting here, which is that Vice President Kamala Harris is going to be there receiving those tallies. That's because she is the vice president, and so it's her job as the leader of the Senate. It's a piece of irony, of course, because she lost the presidential election to President-elect Donald Trump. The bigger story 4 years ago was not what was happening in the chamber, though, of course, but what was happening outside of the Capitol, where we had all those protests, Josh. So we're not expecting anything dramatic like that. This is expected to go smoothly. You can see there in the chamber, all smiles. There are no protests outside. There's a lot of snow. There's a lot of security outside, Josh, and a lot of snow as they come to do this important part of the democratic process, Josh.
What did Congress have to do with that vote today?
Right, so we have an interesting system here where we have the Electoral College, where really we have a series of state elections, and that's what everybody voted in back in November. And now this is when the federal lawmakers come together in that joint session that we just saw and certify the results of each of those state elections. There was an opportunity to challenge the results if they thought there was any problem. Obviously, we did not see that. So now it's official. They have certified those results from the state elections, opening the door for President-elect Donald Trump to be inaugurated in 2 weeks right here in Washington, D.C. It's worth stopping for just a moment to think about this moment for Vice President Kamala Harris, who has had a wild whirlwind 6 months, going from vice president, then President Joe Biden dropping out of the race, abruptly starting her campaign to try and win election, and now here she is overseeing the counting of the vote for her opponent, President-elect Donald Trump.